Good day and warm welcome to this meditation experience. And today we're going to go into a very sensitive zone, kind of ego's territory. Ego has a lot of territory in the sense that it can show up in so many different ways that some are quite surprising, I think, to people. Because when we think about ego, we think, oh, this person is very confident, very sure of themselves. And I remember sometimes when I had this short, strange period of my life, it was almost dreamlike, where I needed a temporary job. And I lived in a very, very busy, one of I'd say the busiest city in Canada where I live. And it has a huge stock exchange part of downtown. And I believe it or not, I had a temp job in a stock exchange company. I felt like an alien in I was doing some admin thing, nothing to do with stocks. I have no knowledge in that. But they didn't have a lot of space, so they kind of put me with all the young brokers. They had a little desk for me there, so it was a very odd experience. But I remember, especially at lunchtime, I'd kind of go outside, have lunch, and see all of these very, very high profile, highly competent businessmen walking around doing their thing. And every time it was a strange experience. It was always the same experience. I would see little children in big suits in the sense that I could feel their vulnerability and this huge shell. Now, and I hope this doesn't sound like a judgment. It actually, I almost felt like a mother to them at times. I had so much love because this incredible shell they had created, this incredible image. But inside, there were these sweet, sweet children who just were stuck in there. So I realized that's really the case for all of us. We're these sweet, sweet children stuck in this shell, this image. So it's very vulnerable, actually. And this is the interesting side of ego, why it's such a thick shell, is that it feels very vulnerable to really come out, to be ourselves, to expose ourselves. Maybe we'll be judged or make a mistake or not be accepted, not be respected, not be valued. So it's a very insecure state where I become almost like a chameleon. What do I need to do in this situation to be valuable? And wherever I find I am able to gain value from outside, what we call external validation, I will reinforce that and create this image, this shell, based on whatever hints I can pick up. But inside, I'm still very insecure. Some even talk about the imposter syndrome, where they look so together, but inside they're worried at any moment they'll be found out. So this is all of us. Ego means I'm valued for all the wrong reasons, which means not myself. So a huge part is just becoming secure, rediscovering myself amidst the image, and becoming very secure with what I find, very at peace with myself. It'll be a much more pleasant experience going through the day, and others might feel more comfortable to be themselves around you, to peek out from behind the image. They'll feel safe around you. So let's see if we can just find that comfort zone inside, being myself, with myself. Sitting comfortably, and again, eyes can open if you choose, but again, in a natural way, not strained. And I take a moment to reflect on what my typical day is like, what I'm like as I go through the day. Who am I as I go through the day. There's so many roles, so many responsibilities, so many different relationships. Am I one way with my family, a different way at work, and yet another different way at the gym, at the supermarket, at the dentist? Am I multiple personalities? Am I different, like a chameleon? And out of all of the different ways I present, who is the real me? Have I even forgotten who I really am? Adjusting so much, creating such an image to try to receive something that actually is a right of every human being. Not something I should have to bargain for, exchange for, trade for, manipulate for, beg for. The right to be valued. Every human being is of indescribable value for absolutely no external reason. It is intrinsic to each of us, our value. I just need to experience that. And that's why I come inside. I am tired of seeking my value outside through what I do, or in the eyes of others, or through recognition, through resources, what I have. It's all exhausting. And so it should be easy to let it go. But until I experience an alternative, my grip will remain ironclad on external validation. The alternative is found inside. I travel inwards, like going deep underground, mining for gold or diamonds. I come inside. My objective to go deep into my inner world, deep underground. And that means I have to let go of worldly thoughts, the day-to-day, even any experience of time. Release it from the hands of my mind. Focus instead on what I know is the treasure within. And feeling my mind begin to slow down, turn inwards, declutter, and become open to a different kind of reflection. It almost feels like I'm coming home, reuniting or returning to myself. And the irony is, I was the one who needed to give myself permission to do so. No one else. I begin to remember I'm not this image I've created through roles responsibilities, relationships, skills, talents, possessions. I'm not this physical body. I'm not just the age, gender, culture, race, language. I am so much more than all of that put together. That which is timeless, eternal, true, authentic, pure, that's what's most valuable. I seek to connect to that experience of myself. And that can never be physical. Becoming very quiet in order to feel, hear my own presence beneath the layers and the labels. Me, the precious being who's become lost underground. Me, the soul, the spark of life in this body. This body belongs to the outer world. And I belong to a beautiful world of qualities, virtues, strengths, wisdom. I am like a tiny, invisible jewel of light, very delicate, very subtle, but very powerful because I am life. This body can't move without me. I am the creator of ideas and dreams and hopes, innovations. And most importantly, in this world, I am the source of peace and love and kindness. Do I really know the intrinsic greatness of myself? All insecurity, all vulnerability, all frailty fades away in the strength of my own true value. Let me spend more time inside, underground, experiencing this very pure, authentic value that does belong to me. Om Shanti.